From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. AccuWeather meteorologists are raising the alarm on another major winter storm looming for the central and eastern U.S. that could bring snow and ice to areas much farther south than the recent winter storm threatening cities such as Dallas, Nashville, and Atlanta, before potentially turning toward the northeast. The storm will come together over Texas from tonight through Thursday, where areas of snow, sleet, freezing rain, and plain rain will gather. Exactly how quickly the storm comes together, how quickly it tracks and gains strength will determine the magnitude of the snow and ice that extends from the I-20 and I-40 corridors from Texas and Oklahoma into Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, the Carolinas, and Virginia from late this week to this weekend. Some snow will also extend farther to the north, west of the Appalachians, to the I-70 corridor in the mid-Mississippi and Ohio Valley states. This northern part of the snow will occur in areas already hit hard by deep snow and a thick glaze of ice that cut power to hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses. However, the most disruptive portion of the new winter storm will occur farther to the south in the central states. The impending storm could deliver more than a year's worth of snow to Dallas, where the historical average annual snowfall, which includes sleet, is just 1.6 inches. If it happens to dump 6 inches of snow on Dallas this week, it would be in the top 5 snowfalls on record and the biggest since 2010, when more than 12 inches fell there. The wintry situation farther to the east along the I-20 to I-40 corridors will be similar to northern Texas and Oklahoma from Friday to Saturday. Snow is much more likely along I-40, while an icy mix is most likely along I-20. This means that Nashville and most other places in Tennessee will be in the thick of a snowstorm Friday night, and road conditions will become hazardous due to slush and snow. The setup around Atlanta may be somewhat similar to Dallas. More snow is expected north of the city, especially over the southern Appalachians, while mostly ice accumulates in downtown Atlanta and a mix of ice and rain south of the city. The risk of a significant ice storm with the threat of widespread power outages is increasing for portions of northeastern Texas to northern Louisiana and southern Arkansas from the storm. Motorists along I-20 from Dallas to Birmingham and Atlanta, and the I-85 corridor from Atlanta to Greenville, South Carolina, Charlotte, and Raleigh, and then on to Richmond, should be prepared for dangerous conditions spreading eastward from Friday into Saturday. There is the potential for multiple vehicle pileups in this zone. Extensive road closures are anticipated. There are multiple scenarios for the storm as it swings past the Appalachians early this weekend. The more easterly storm track is likely to spread areas of snow and ice well to the east in portions of Georgia, the Carolinas, and southern Virginia. Highway departments in a large part of this zone may be ill-equipped to handle a storm with a significant amount of snow and ice. So such a scenario could have major travel and power disruptions for days after the storm. Should the storm strengthen upon nearing the Atlantic coast, it would then travel much farther to the north. Such a scenario could bring another round of heavy snow to D.C. and Baltimore, more substantial snow to Philadelphia and New York City when compared to Monday's storm and the first big snow of the colder pattern to Boston and southeastern New England over the weekend. Now, there is also the possibility of a track and intensity more in between both scenarios, where some accumulating snow can reach northward through much of the mid-Atlantic and graze southeastern New England over the weekend. Substantial travel problems will stem from the storm as it moves out from Texas and extends eastward toward the southern and mid-Atlantic coasts and northward to portions of the Midwest and the central Appalachians into the weekend. Cold rain is forecast to fall along the I-10 corridor from Houston to New Orleans, Mobile, and Tallahassee and Jacksonville. Should the storm shift its track farther to the south, then some icy or possibly a wintry mix could briefly encroach on the northern fringes of these cities as colder air sloshes in on the backside. Arctic air is forecast to seep farther to the south in the storm's wake. That's all for now. You can find more stories and regional forecasts at AccuWeather.com. And for your local forecast at your fingertips, download the AccuWeather app. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from AccuWeather.